या 1 घंटे के लिए पर्टिकुलरली रखूं मैं?
1 घंटा जो भी आपको लेना हो, 1 घंटा, सवा घंटा, वट एवर यू फील।
उस हिसाब से मैं फास्ट करूंगा।
You can go up to 70 minutes, no problem. Yeah.
Shall we start?
Dear students, dear, just let me introduce you. Dear students and staff, scientists of IRI, you are welcome in this lecture. And we also welcome Dr. Srinivasa Murthy R. And he is scientific officer in National Center of Organic Farming, which is part of DARE, not DARE, Department of Agriculture Cooperation and Farmers Welfare, part of Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India. So he's directly in the government department, and presently he is busy in promoting organic farming, especially PGS, Participatory Guarantee System, that he is going to speak today, which is kind of certification, handling web portal operation through training and demonstration. He's teaching, he's training other people in this development of website, technical part, and data management, marketing linkages, and making liaison of various stakeholders, including state and central government organization with NCOF, project preparation, monitoring, evaluation, and guidance in implementation of organic schemes, FCO related works, DDO accounts, and other office related work. So he's quite busy in his work, and that is very useful. This work he is dealing, that is your PGS, Participatory Guarantee System, which is an important kind of certification system under our conditions, and he will explain why this is important, certification system over third-party certification. So now I request Dr. Srinivasa Murthy to start his session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, fine.
Thank you, Dinesh Kumar sir, for giving an opportunity to present on the PGS India certification system today. And I welcome all the participants and dignitaries presenting in this training session. So let's start this today's session. Before we'll go to PGS India certification system, I would like to introduce about our organization. Our organization is National Center of Organic Farming. It is located at Ghaziabad, and it is a headquarter. And under this main center, we have 9 regional centers. One is at headquarter itself, we have a regional center, and another is the regional center of organic farming at Bangalore and Bhubaneswar, Panchkula, Imphal, Jabalpur, Nagpur, Patna, and Gandhinagar. And each regional center of organic farming have their own jurisdiction of working area. Suppose if you take a regional center of organic farming headquarter at Ghaziabad, it is looking after Uttarakhand, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, and Delhi. Likewise, other centers also have their own jurisdictions. This National Center of Organic Farming is started in 2004 for implementation of this organic farming promotion in India. And from that previous, it was a National Biofertilizer Development Center था. तो बाद में ये नेशनल सेंटर ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग बनाया गया 2004 में. तो 2004 से लगातार ये ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग का प्रमोशन कर रहा है इंडिया के अंदर. ठीक है. मेनली दिस सेंटर इज वर्किंग ऑन गिविंग ए ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स फॉर फार्मर्स एंड फील्ड डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन भी करते हैं हम लोग. 2 days ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम फॉर एक्सटेंशन ऑफिसर्स and 30 days training programs we frequently conduct for graduates, any graduates or 12th pass जो students हैं उन लोगों के लिए करते हैं. फ्री अकोमोडेशन भी रहेगा और उनको 30 days का एक कोर्स भी हम लोग करवाते हैं. Apart from this, we are doing a PGS India certification system. हम लोग we are looking after it. And under the PGS India certification system, we have other centers like our regional center of organic farming centers will working as a zonal councils. Okay. So we are entirely associated with the Ministry of Agriculture and Department of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, and INM division के अंदर हमारा अपार्ट फ्रॉम हम लोग बहुत सारा पब्लिसिटी भी करते हैं और बुक्स भी पब्लिशिंग करते हैं और टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर भी करते हैं अप टू फार्मर लेवल. ठीक है. तो हम और मिनिस्ट्री के अंदर कोई भी ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग का स्कीम्स बनाना, पॉलिसी बनाना, गाइडलाइंस बनाना, इसके साथ भी हम लोग एसोसिएटेड हैं. So this is our just an introduction about our organic farming, our National Center of Organic Farming. तो अभी हम लोग ऑर्गेनिक सर्टिफिकेशन के बारे में हम लोग डिस्कशन करेंगे. तो बिफोर नोइंग अबाउट सर्टिफिकेशन, यू शुड नो अबाउट व्हाट इज द ऑर्गेनिक गारंटी. ये सिस्टम क्या होता है? It's an ensuring a quality of the product that is produced by the farmers, which is verified and documented and represented in terms of logo. इट इज दिस इंटायर प्रोसेस के लिए जो होता है ऑर्गेनिक सर्टिफिकेशन सिस्टम हम लोग बोलते हैं. अभी इंडिया के अंदर जो होता है, बिफोर गोइंग टू दैट हाउ मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ सर्टिफिकेट सिस्टम इंडिया, जस्ट आई वांट टू आस्क द पीपल और जस्ट टू पुट एन क्वेश्चन, व्हाई वी नीड दिस सर्टिफिकेशन सिस्टम, व्हाई सर्टिफिकेशन सिस्टम. आप इस स्लाइड में देख सकते हैं, आपको बहुत सारा वेजिटेबल्स हमने रखा है, कुछ वेजिटेबल्स फार्मर ले रहा है, लेकिन अभी हम लोग देखेंगे इसको नेचुरली में, हम लोग देखें इसको हम लोग पहचान करने के लिए, ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग का प्रोडक्ट को पहचान करने के लिए बाजार में नहीं हो पाता है. सपोज इसका नीचे में एग्जांपल दिखा रहा हूँ, कुछ सिंबल्स आपको दिख रहा होगा. अब सिंबल्स देखते ही आपको ये पहचान हो जाता है, आपको यू पीपल कैन आइडेंटिफाई what is this about these logos. Suppose there is a H symbol is there, you can see. Anybody can say it is a Honda symbol, and another H symbol is there, you can see that circle, that is you can say Honda symbol, that car ka symbols hai. But little difference in the H, people can able to differentiate that it is belong to that particular company, that is a particular brand. And that logo, there is no name has been written on that symbol or logo, but by seeing this simple word with a logo, people can identify this is belong to this particular company, and it has been become branded, and it is well known for the people. Suppose if any government officer come and tell you that I am a government officer, yeah, from other department people will come and say I am so and so officer. So people will how to identify? People will identify him, he is an officer, by looking his ID card, you know. You'll see the ID card and you'll see the logo. By seeing that simple that ID card, people will come to know, yes, we'll trust him, that he is an officer. Suppose if you go to market, if you want to purchase quality product, suppose you want to purchase that gold, you see halo mark. By seeing halo mark itself, you'll get a trust whether the product contain a quality quality and quantity, we don't know. But by seeing the logo, people will trust that it has followed that standard, it is maintaining that quality, that's why that logo has been used. So people will trust that product and will purchase by seeing that symbols or logos or certificate. So suppose the organic product is produced from farmer, is produced in Bangalore, and he wanted to sell that product in the Delhi. So how we can the Delhi people can identify that product is organic? Unless until the product will be depicted with some logos, yeah, certificate, we cannot able to identify whether it is a conventional product, yeah, organic product. That's why the certification is very important thing to make trust, to build a trust among the farmers and also among the consumers, and to give an identity for the product, and to identify the quality also, to depict the quality of the product, and to guarantee it, that is it is produced from the organic system and the standards, and uniqueness and ownership. Nobody can copy that symbol simply, other people cannot follow unless until they been in the system and they been certified. So this is gives the ownership also for using that brand, and also making a brand of the, if you want to make this organic product as a brand, we need to give some recognize this some symbols or logos, and also to increase the consumer acceptance, the certification is required. So in India, we have two types of certification system at present. One is for India third-party certification system we call. That is, you can see in the left side, oh, that is the India organic. That is some logo is there. It is mainly for the export purpose. Ministry of Commerce under APEDA, there are about 32 agencies they have been appointed to implement this third-party certification program. This third-party certification system is meant for export purpose, not for the local market. for there are many marginal farmers, local farmers, which are who are very minor in very large quantity, who cannot able to offer this third party certification, who do not willing to export their product, but they like to get the premium price and like to sell the product in India. They can offer a participatory guarantee system. That is a second system. That is for a local market. This participatory guarantee system has been introduced, and this especially this participatory guarantee system, this PGS India system, is handled by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, or Department of Agriculture and Farmer INM division के अंदर आएगा, and NCF will be looking after these PGS India certification system. And this PGS system implementation करने के लिए regional council appoint किया गया है, like in third party will call as a certification bodies या certification agencies हम लोग appoint किया जाता है, ऐसे ही PGS system के अंदर ये PGS system को implement करने के लिए regional council को appointment किया जाता है. I will explain what all those things.
Dr. Murthy, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Many of our students are not good in Hindi, so you just please. It's nice, yeah, it's nice, but they will miss many parts if you speak Hindi. Yeah. So sorry.
बहुत बार क्या होता है, मैं इंग्लिश में बोलता रहता हूँ तो लोग जो होता है हिंदी में बोलता है, हिंदी में बोलने के लिए बोलता रहता है, इसलिए वो
being from South, you speak Hindi, that's good, but many students are not good in Hindi. So
okay, sir, I will continue in English only. Okay, so we have regulations. Earlier there was a no regulation. Any people can used to sell as an organic. Okay, like Patanjali ho gaya, Reliance, any other people used to put that it is an organic product and used to sell earlier. But it is now it has the regulation has came into act that Food Safety and Standard Regulation Act 2017. It has been launched launched, and it is got organic regulations. In 1st July 2018, it is implementing, and nobody can sell that product without following the PGS standard, otherwise third-party standards. They have to follow either of the standards. If the people who is not following these standards, means they cannot sell their product putting the organic. Simply they cannot put organic label. If suppose if the people will put the simply organic, they not followed any certification system, they will be under Regulation Act. They will come under Regulation Act and they will be punished, and they may go to they may draw to court also and get punished. Okay, that's why now the system has been comes under regulations also. So I was telling about the third-party certification system. It is I've already told it is handled by Ministry of Commerce, and APEDA is implementing it, and about 32 agencies are implementing this third-party certification system. I will not go in detail into this system, since we are not dealing with this system. We are dealing with PGS system. Okay. So participatory guarantee system. It is also, what is this participatory system? The farmers who has having adjacent lands and similar situations come together, and they will assess themselves whether they have followed the standards or not, and they take the decision them that is farmer certified or not. Inspection time, all the stakeholders from the producer, consumers, retailers, anybody can come and participate in this certification system. And whole approach, it is a integrated approach. All the people participate and take the decision to certification, decide to give a certification for the farmers or not. Okay, this is the simple locally relevant system alternative to third party we have created, and it is for the local market. And mainly it is based on the principle that participation, shared vision, transparency, trust, national networking, and horizontality. Means in this PGS system, all the people will be participating. When the people are participating, they will share an idea. So when they are sharing idea, there is a common goal will be created, and everything will be opened up. How the organic farming is they are following, how the documentation is maintaining, how the certification system is decisions are taken. Everything is open. It is a transparency. And for this system also there is an online web portal also. All the system will be documented in the online web portal, which is visible for the public domain also. So there is a transparency is there and trust. Since this is an institutional mechanism, it has been given and it was recognized by Government of India and also the FSSAI regulations, the people will acceptance will be more, and also retailers and stakeholders can participate in the system inspection also. System is same system is adopted from all over India in the different parts. It will be a national networking will be there, and horizontality means there will be rotation of leaders also in this system. Whenever we'll follow the groups, there will be group leader, but the group leader will keep on rotating. Though horizontality will also one of the guiding principles we followed in the PGS India system. So you have to remember two things here. One, you people are seeing this slide, two logos. One is PGS India green logo we can see, and another one is PGS India organic. What is means PGS India green? PGS India green means it is under conversion period. Whenever the farmer will start certification, enrolled under a certification system and start doing organic farming, there will be conversion period we have given. For a seasonal crops, it is about 2 years. For a perennial crops, is about 3 years minimum period we have kept for the conversion period. In the conversion period also, the farmer will get the certification with recognition with the logo PGS India green. And after that, after completion of conversion period, the farmer can take decision about PGS India organic, this blue color logo. PGS India organic means it is a completely organic. The farmer has completely adopted all the practices of organic farming, and now the product is completely the process has been followed and is fully organic. That time farmer can take decision about PGS India organic. But whenever the farmer will say about organic, he must register under FSSAI, and he has to represent that with another logo, Jaivik Bharat. So when say permission has to be taken or license has to be taken, and it has to be depicted on the product. When the product will be said in the market, when we say organic, the organic logo will be there and Jaivik Bharat logo will be there. Okay. So come to the main structure. What is the structure? There is an institution structure. I told this PGS has given an institution structure. In this, many people are involved. So one is I will going to explain. This is the whatever in the you people are seeing in that slide. This is about operational structure of PGS India. From ऊपर से है Department of Agriculture will be there. Then under Department of Agriculture will be led by a secretary, and it, under this there is a National Advisory Committee will be there. And under this National Advisory Committee, there is a National Executive Committee. Under this National Executive Committee, there is a PGS India Secretariat, National Center of our center is the PGS India Secretariat. And under this Zonal Council will be there. Zonal Council means our Regional Center of Organic Farming or the Zonal Councils, which is working under National Center of Organic Farming. Then comes Regional Council. These are the Regional Council means these are the implementing agencies and certifying agencies of PGS India system. And afterward will comes for certification types. For which types of certification are there, it will be covered. So I will explain one by one. No. So first one is the secretary. That is the Department of Agriculture and Farmer. It will be entire overall PGS program will be led by the under the guidance of our Secretary for Agriculture, Ministry of Agriculture. में जो secretary है, it will be under his guidance directions. This program will be implemented. Second one is National Advisory Committee. In the National Advisory Committee, it will be led by additional secretary will be the chairperson. For this, there are many departments from the different department like Animal Husbandry, FSSAI, Ministry of Commerce, ICR, and other from our center PGS India Secretariat. From other government institution also there will be members. All members together constitute a National Advisory Committee. It will be mainly look into the apex formulation and program steering, the supervision of the entire program. If suppose any changes has to be done in the guidelines, any changes has to be done in the standards, any new component has to be introduced, any web portal changes has to be done, and any new things has to be introduced in the PGS India system is it will be done by National Advisory Committee. Okay. Then under this National Executive Committee, this is called a PGS India NEC Committee. In this, this is the committee which is led by Joint Secretary, and in this committee will be various stakeholders will be there from the APEDA, from the FSSI, from Animal Health Department, and also from our regional council, and also from the farmer. The progressive farmer also will be the part of this NAC. The NAC will be mainly what will do. It will guide the National PGS India Secretary how to implement this PGS India program. And also it will the agency, this is the committee who will appoint the regional council, means implementing certification, implementing agencies, and also overall monitoring, evaluation and guidance and power delegation power to National Center of Organic Farming will be led by this National Executive Committee, NEC committee, वो lead करता है. Then it will comes National PGS India Secretariat. PGS India Secretariat is our National Center of Organic Farming will the PGS India Secretariat, and mainly as I said, we are taking a lot of effort to promote this PGS India certification system in India, and entire data custodian with us, and we developed a web portals. At the end of this presentation slide, I'll show that web portals. We have a one PGS India web portal, and another one is a Jaivik Kheti web portal for online marketing. And we are coordinating with all the stakeholders, training. We'll keep on giving a training, publicity materials, and execution of all the meetings of NAC, and timely implementation of the guidelines, standards, and coordination with all the states of India to implementation of organic farming and certification system. We are mainly doing it at NCF and with our regional center. I told that regional center of organic farming are zonal council. It mainly looking after, and in their jurisdiction they are coordinating with the states and also implementing the agencies. They will monitoring about the work style of regional council, which is appointed by the NEC, and also they will time to time they'll take a sampling also. Time to time they visit the field also, whether the organic farming or certificate system is implementing in the right way or not. Okay, this is about a role. So let us come to the main part. These are all the whatever I said. These are all the government part, and government agencies or committees are doing execution work. The main people who are implementing this certification system is a regional council. These are the regional councils are appointed by NEC. I told that, and in the ministry there is a National Executive Committee that it will appoint these regional councils for implementing this certification program. So who can become a regional council? Any trust, any NGOs, any FPCs, companies, those people who are having a experience in certification system and who got trained in the certification system, and legally registered bodies can become they can apply a regional for the regional council to become a regional council, and we'll appoint a regional council. Main important thing is that they should not do marketing. The people who will apply for wanted to become a regional council, they should not carry any marketing and implement directly the state government or schemes. They only meant for certification. They are meant for only training the farmers and documentation and uploading the data and quality inspection. And they should only promote the farmer to take up market. They should not directly become do any marketing activity. If they do any marketing activities, they will be suspended or blacklisted. So regional council only meant for implementation of certification standards, certification system, documentation, and issuing a scope certificate to farmers. Okay, but how many? There are three types we are appointing a regional councils. One is for crop production. Some people they have experience in the inspection of crop production system, how to do organic farming documentation. All those, so we'll appoint those agencies for the crop production. And some people are having experience in the processing and handling. Now the processing handling also will be certified. So processor handling will appoint separate regional council. And animal husbandry, milk products and goats, beekeeping and other entire animal husbandry and other certification system also will appoint regional council. Means there will be different types of people will be appointed for the different types of work. Suppose one people having some people having all the experience, we may allow those regional councils to perform crop production certification, processor and livestock also. But it does depend upon the experience of the organization who have like to become a regional council. After examining, monitoring and competition assessment, will appoint these regional council. Okay. So already I explained these requirements, their roles. Will go for apart from this regional council, we are appointing a service provider also, so to support farmers for implementation of organic farming. So organic farming techniques, to teach the farmers about organic farming techniques, and to handle the farmers for the to learn about PGS India certification, to handle the farmers for inspection, documentation, and also for the marketing. For marketing, after certification, the farmer should also sell their product in the market. To help all these farmers, we are appointing as a service providers. We are appointing. These are also NGO. It may include NGOs, government agencies, societies, trust. Anybody, people will keep on applying the application. Depending upon their eligibility criteria, will screen it and will appoint to help the farmer. So one is for certification, another is for helping the farmers for adopting organic farming and marketing. So you should know that regional council is different and service provider is different. Okay. Now let's. I think I have about Thruster. I have explained about regional council. What is the regional council, zonal council, and what is about NEC and PGS India Secretariat. We'll come to the main part. PGS certification system for what? For whom we will give? There are three types of right now at present. We have a crop production certification module, we have a processor and handler certification module, and animal husbandry and livestock, we are developing it. We are not a developer, we are it is in the process. We are going to develop that animal husbandry certification module also within 3 or 4 months. The livestock milk production and it will be ready. Other poultry and beekeeping, it will be coming in after 3 months. So first of all, we'll we'll try to know about what is the crop production certification model. So under the crop production certification model, we'll give a certification for individual certification. Individual farmer can get certification. A group of farmers can get a certification, and large area certification we have introduced. That is default areas. There are many hilly areas. There are many islands which are not well connected with the main cities, and they are disconnected. And by default, they are doing organic farming only because the chemical fertilizer pesticide not reached in that area. That area will be considered as a large area certification. Means the default area, forest area, island area will be considered as a large area certificate. Means under a crop production certification module, we have 3 categories. We can see it. That is for individual farmer certification, one is for group certification, and another for large area certificate, default area certification. Let us understand how to form a group. What are the minimum criteria required for the formation of group for enrolling certification? Minimum 5 members should be there in any group. Maximum number may be there is no limit. But if you consider as a very good group, mean 25 to 20 members, it will be a very good group we can call. And all the farmers should be belong to the same village, and also the adjacent land. Maximum extent, the farmers the people who have adjacent lands and nearby farmers will be considered for the formation of groups. So after the formation of groups, we can ask whether the area is limited. Area is not at all limited, but we'll see while forming any group, we'll see that one farmer should not exceed more than 50% of total area of the group. Because sometimes what will happen, suppose the total area is a 10 hectare and one farmer is having a 5 hectare, other farmers are small farmers is having a 1 hectare, 0.5 hectare like that. The big farmer will control what the decision of the small farmers. That's why we'll avoid the total area of the farmer. One farmer should not exceed 50% like that. That is a criteria, and we'll considering that criteria will form the group. But in some time practically sometime it is possible, sometime it will not be possible. But looking into the ground situations, will encourage as number of groups can be created. Okay, this is about formation of groups. The first part is the formation of group. Second part comes individual farm. Why we have earlier there is no individual certification was used to issue. Only this year, only last 3 months back, we have introduced the individual certification also, because many farmers in the country want to get a certification, but they could not able to form groups at the initial stages. and there was no nearby groups so that he can join with other groups. So he was divided of the local group, PGS local groups nearby him. So we allowed this individual farmer registration also, but we have put a condition that within 2 years he has to convert into he has to make his own group, otherwise he has to join by near group. Like that, we are putting that condition at the starting. We are allowed this individual farmer also to get registered and get certified. After that, it will comes about large area. I told that it is a default area, forest area also will covering under this certification system. In the last 3 months only, it is this new standard has came. In this, mainly we consider that state has to declare that the area, entire forest area is free of chemicals, and there is no pesticide shops, and there is no going to open any shops of fertilizer. And last 3 years they're not used any chemicals in that particular area. Suppose all these should be gazetted announcement, they should be declared as a gazetted announcement by the state, and also Gram Panchayat members and all farmers should declare themselves that they will not use any chemical fertilizer, and they are already doing organic farming by default. So all these document will be collected, and the large area also be certified. It will be large area means it will be a collection of villages. It may be having a 15 villages, 20 villages, even entire taluk, entire district may be larger. Suppose for example, recently under large area certification, we are covering Andaman Nicobar, Car Nicobar Islands, and also Lakshadweep has been covered as declared as a organic large area certification. Under this large area certification, so we are declare those areas. Like that, any areas is there by default will cover under large area certification. So let us understand, you understand the structure, you understand how they form the groups and individual farmer, what is individual farmer certification, and what is the large area. Suppose if the farmer want to register the PGS India certification, what are the documents we will collect from the farmers? One is an application form, another is an organic pledge, another is farmer issue sheet. Means farmer issue sheet means the farmer name, father name, and his mobile number, Aadhaar number, and the land details and GPS coordinates of the lands, and it's a livestock details. So there is a prescribed format is there in the PGS India web portal. We can download it, and all this information along with the identity proof, we'll collect those from the individual farmers, and we'll upload those things in the online PGS India web portal by the regional council, and will approve it. Means individual farmers, it's a one-time registration process, and lifelong you can do certification. It's simple information will be collected from the farmer. Whenever the group will form, from the group will have an agreement between the regional council and the local group. There will be agreement will be done on the stamp paper, 20 rupees stamp paper. The many terms and references will be there. The group leader will be sent, and all these document will be initially collected for the registration process. Okay, after registration, the regional council, which is appointed for implementation of the certification, go and give the training to farmers about organic farming practices, how to prepare the land, where to seed purchase. The seeds should not be used for hybrid seeds can be used, but genetically modified seeds are not allowed to use. So we have to train the farmers first. What is the organic farming? How to prepare the land? How to what are the practices to be covered for the implement of the soil and plant protection measures, and animal husbandry integration, and use of available natural resources. So all these regional council will give you a training about organic farming practices. First part. Second part will give us a training about how to do the PGS certification system. What are the documents should be maintained, like a meeting register, training register, appearance. I will explain later. So that regional council will explain, give the training to the farmers and local groups about PGS India certification and documentation. So first part is formation of group, second part is registration, third part is training. Okay. Fourth part comes documentation. So documentation, farmer, if any farmer want to get certification, he need to maintain certain document at his farm level, at his field level. One is a meeting register. So every farmer groups should conduct meetings, at least 3 or 4 meetings in a year. And also they have to go for training about organic farming, and they have to maintain that register. And to get a certification, every season, they have to conduct peer inspection and summary decision. We can have a peer inspection summary decision every season. Whenever the crop, before harvest of the crop, if he want to get certification, he has to conduct one peer inspection. For that also, he has to maintain a register. Means he has to maintain meeting register, he has to maintain training register, he has to maintain peer inspection, summary decision register has to be maintained. And to get certification, I told about it's very important. One document is peer inspection. So peer inspection means when the crop is the peer inspection be conducted after 15 days of sowing and before harvest of crop. Peer inspection has to be conducted by regional council and among the farmer themselves, and any stakeholder can be participated in this peer inspection. And this entire organic farming practices that is followed by the farmers will be evaluated on 10 points. One is on habitat management, another is on diversity, integration of livestock, soil and water conservation, contamination control measures, seed and planting material, fertilization, pest management practices, cleaning of equipment and tools, and storage and transport. These 10 points, based on these 10 points, each farmer will be evaluated by inspecting his field, whether that farmer is maintained habitat properly, habitat maintenance is doing or not, whether he is maintaining diversity or different types of crops, multiple crops, crop rotation is following or not, and whether with the proper burns is followed, whether he has followed wind barriers, whether he is using farmyard manure, Jeevamrutam, Panchagavya, traditional inputs, whether all this, whether after harvest also the product will be stored properly or not, and the equipments or utensil tools that you used by farmers is cleaned, properly cleaned or not, or segregated, or conventional or organic material segregated or separated, or all this very deeply these points will be considered and evaluated. Each farmer will be evaluated on this point, and the decision will be taken by the farmer himself. Whether suppose the farmer is followed all the practices, if he has followed correctly, then he will be given as a organic certification. If he suppose if any farmer is not followed violation of this done any of these points, then sanctions to degrade this certification, to ban the certification, to eliminate the farmer. The decision will be taken by the farmer itself. Among the farmers, suppose if the 5 farmers is a group, among the 3 farmers can educated farmer can go and inspect the field along with any stakeholders or marketer and evaluate the farmer, and decision for certification will be taken by the farmer themselves. Okay. After taking decision, that the details, entire detail will be uploaded in the PGS India web portal, and all the details after uploading, the regional council will verify again those points, whether the farmers have uploaded all the points, compliance or non-compliance is prepared or not. If everything is satisfactory, then regional council will approve that decision of the farmer and issue the certificate. And this is a sample of that certificate I am showing in the picture. And then comes, suppose farmer has done the certificate organic farming and he has been certified. Then comes the marketing. Then in the PGS portal, what we have created, he can update the yield after certification, and he can register in the Jaivik Kheti web portal. By registering at the Jaivik Kheti web portal, the certified quantity of the product automatically fetch into the Jaivik Kheti web portal. This is an online web portal marketing system, and he can do online marketing. Means farmer, the certified PGS product will be fetched into Jaivik Kheti web portal online marketing portal, and the farmer can make his own packets, and he can decide his own price, and there will be option whether the consumer can go and take from their farm gate, otherwise online he can sell through courier. There is an option is that is the farmer will decide, and farmer will decide the price for his quantity, and farmer will sell the product online web portal platform. So first time you people have heard, you people know that even a pen, book, paper, anything you take manufacturing product, the price will be decided by the manufacturers. But in case of agriculture, when the farmer will putting a lot of effort and growing the product, the price of the product will not be decided by the farmers, will be decided by the middlemen or some other people. We are trying to create a platform like that. The farmer can sell his certified product directly online and decide the price for their product. Okay, so I will show those things also. So overall, if summarize what are the things I'll explain for the certification system, It includes the first, the formation of groups. After the formation of groups, we'll collect the few documents from the farmers, and we'll register them on the online PGS web portal. After registration, he has to go conduct a meeting. He has to undergo training, and he has to conduct peer inspection, and he has to maintain all this meeting, training, or peer inspection documents, and he has to take decision and submit to the decision to regional council, and regional council issue online scope certificate. Then we'll start marketing. This is the summary of this certification system. So you can ask about whether there is any fees is there for this certification system. Earlier it was a free of cost we used to do. Now recently guideline has changed and we introduced the fees. So the particular fees, the particular amount of fees is not yet fixed. It will be decided in the upcoming meeting. But at present, it is the understanding between the regional council, the certifying bodies, and the understanding between the local groups. They can decide fees for their land. It's a purely decision. It will be the decision between the local groups and the certification bodies. It's the agreement between the local group and RCs. Okay. Then comes, now I told about farmer will get certification, local group will get a certification, and large area will get a certification. And if you leave about the crop production model, second is a processing and handling. The people who are preparing biscuits, the people who are preparing attas, there are so many industries are there. Farmer having their own units, and some other individuals having their own units, some FPOs having their own units. Suppose any farmers groups or any individual performing a processing. Suppose if he is preparing atta, he is preparing a chakli, he is preparing a oil, he is preparing something. Anything that process, it has to be certificate. That unit must be certified before he do marketing. Okay. That has been also introduced in our PGS India web portal, that any individual can do registration under online in our website, and these processing and handling will be initially will be certified by regional council itself. Okay, we have appointed some regional council. We not allowed all the regional council to approve this processing and handling unit. We are selected regional council who is having experience, especially the third party certification agencies. So what we call as CBs, they are also regional council with us. So we allowed them to take care of this processing and handling at initial phase. So they are doing this certification. The people, any people can join register their unit under that particular regional council, and they will approve. And after approving, the product from the PGS portal can get from the PGS portal itself. This processor can get a certified product from the PGS portal, and they can prepare the product under his unit. Then they can sell online also. We have provided a platform for to sell the product through online under Jaivik Kheti portal also, and means processing and uniting also will be certified to declare as organic product. So at present in India, there is a third-party certification system and PGS India certification system, I told. So for combining all these, about total 33.7 lakh hectare is already under a certification system, and farmers, about 11 lakh farmers has been registered under the PGS system also only. In local system, PGS certification system, about 11 lakh farmers has been registered after 2015. And NPOP farmers is about 14 lakh farmers almost they have registered, and totally is about 25 lakh farmers are under certification system. Okay. So at present, this is about PGS certification system. So at present for implementing certification, we have about 315 certification bodies, certification regional council we have appointed. Among these 283 regional council we are removing. Only 51 RCs we are retaining. Since these among these 283, some of them are government agencies and some of them are doing marketing. So after guideline has changed, those people are doing marketing. We have completely removing those people. Only we are keeping the people who are dedicated for certification quality control people. Only 51 people RC will remain in the future. So if you see about the market growth, every year 10 to 15%, there is a growth in organic, even farming also, organic production also, it is increasing in India. Okay, there is a future, there is a great future is there for organic farming. So as per one of the studies, it shows that by 2025, 25,000 crore up to market projection. There is a projection of market. The demand will rise for organic product because pandemic, this pandemic situation has created awareness among the many consumers to go for organic product and chemical free product to increase their immunity and boost their energy. So awareness is gradually increasing among the consumers also, and demand is also creating, and it is one of the studies and projection is about 25,000 crores it may go demand. So the future of the organic farming is there. So you people have to need to remember these portals, important portals. Website I'm telling PGS India -ncf.gov.in. I'll show this portal also. This is dedicated web portal for PGS India certification. All the information is available in this certification, PGS India certification system. And JVKT portal it will also show, that is for online marketing, and NCF is our website. Okay. So this is the website picture I'm showing. I'll open that web portal and I'll show. And this is the picture of this online web portal. You can see it, and I'll show live also. In the future, we are introducing mobile app also. In the mobile app also, to make it more transparent, to make it more authentication of farmers, to make it more authentication, certification and land, where the certification is implemented. We are introducing a mobile, and GPS coordinate will be introduced so that no farmer can escape and do default in this certification system. So this mobile app is ready. We are going to launch it soon by 1 or 2 months. And suppose if you talk about promotion of this PGS India certification system through schemes, I would like to tell about a few schemes, not with a detail, with a title only. So one is the Paramparagata Krushi Vikas Yojana. We are implementing this scheme through state government in entire India, and in the first phase from 2015 to 16 it is launched, and by 2019-20 it has been already 30,934 clusters has been formed under PGS, and number of farmers is about 15 lakh. But I told about is already they are, some of the farmers are under registration, and the area is nearly about under PK scheme only. We have covered about 6 lakh, and amount reached about 1,500 to 26 crores. We have already released, and 2021 we are targeted about releasing about 50 crore and about 15,000 clusters we are going to make under this PGS India certification system. If you want to know about this scheme, Paramparagata Krushi Vikas Yojana, in our ministry website, you can download the guidelines. To formation of 1,000 hectare, one cluster, and formation of FPO, 500 lakhs means 5 crore rupees is spent by Ministry of Agriculture with State Department for promotion of this formation of cluster and FPO and implementation of this organic farming and scheme. In this scheme, for training, demonstration, marketing, branding, and certification, everything, there is a fund is allocated. So for the complete detail, you can see our ministry website for understanding this scheme. Apart from this PKV, another scheme is I told about large area certification, that default, and some of the individual farmers who are not covered on the PKV scheme, they also be financially supported for certification system only. For certification system, you can see that 2,000 rupees per hectare per year for 3 years, consecutive 3 years will be given for assistance for certification. Okay, in the last 4th and 5th year, 1,000 rupees per hectare will be given. Means there is a lot of support, financial support also there for implementation of the certification system, to not to make burden on the farmers for collecting the fees. Okay. So another for the northeast region states like Tripura, Sikkim, Nagaland, and northeastern part states to implement, we are covering one scheme. MOE said Mission Organic Value Chain Development Northeastern Region, Northeastern Development Region के लिए एक certificate scheme is also running, where we are promoting a lot of fund we are supporting. The detail can be seen on our website. This is one of the example I want to show that Tamil Nadu organic product, top products. when I was implementing this PGS certification system, when you go to market, n number of brand will see, and n number of same product will get a different prices by different certified products. So to make one state, one product, one price, and the price of the farmer, we have created one brand in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu organic product, top product, means this top product is the farmer product and the state brand we have created, and like this many states have their own brand, like in Karnataka, Siri Karnataka is there, State of Karnataka is there, Kerala organic is upcoming, and every state is trying to create one particular brand, and it will be directly sold by farmer. This is just an example I am giving. And this is one of the product which is certified our farmers in Karnataka. I told this PGS certification is for a local market, but our farmer certified on the PGS is also exporting to UK, and their millets they started exporting, and means it shows that PGS is getting a scope for outside also, and the scope for export also. So PGS certification is getting more easier, accessible, and also demand among the consumers. So finally, I would like to state that in ICAR, there are two institutes right now has been recognized as a regional council for implementing this PGS India certification. One is KVK at Lakshadweep. Since it's an Iceland, it covers a large area certification system. KVK Island, KVK Karavati, I think we have made as a regional council implementing body. And another one is Krishi Vignan Kendra ICAR central government body at Andaman Nicobar. We are recognizing them as a regional council for implementing certification system. Only entire India, we have ICAR is a very big manpower, big institution, and we have a lot of infrastructures and also scientific manpower and institutes. But with our PGS system, promotion of organic farming certification, only 2 institutes have been joined. But I would like to say that ICAR also started promoting organic farming in a scientific way. And NCF also, central government is also promoting organic farming with the traditional plus scientific, and state having their own agenda and have their own scheme and promoting their own schemes for promotion of organic farming. But there is a scattered, all the people are independently doing, so things were scattered. That's why the organic farming growth is observed slow growth, and there is a gap between ICAR, NCF, state, central government. So suppose if you reduce this gap, if you ICAR, NCF and state, if you unite together for building a nation building, and if you science and tradition, some people talk about organic farming means only tradition. It's not a tradition. We need to carry science also with that. Science plus tradition, if you join with and make a policy making, if you influence on the policy making, then it's our one nation and one union and one goal, and if you work toward one direction, overall promotion of organic farming will be there, and quality production will be possible because scientific manpower is there with ICAR, and there is a lot of laboratories are there. They can be recognized, they can be notified for testing a food also, and testing a biofertilizer also, organic fertilizer also. So overall development, overall promotion of organic farming and quality production can be possible if ICAR, NCF and state will join together, and we can make our India as a #1 country in the production of organic farming in the future. And श्रेष्ठ भारत का ये अभियान जो हमारा ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर जो स्टार्ट किया है, we can achieve this if you all work together. So with these things, I would like to stop my presentation. Now we can have a discussion so that we can understand better about certification system. Thank you, sir. And I thank